week. But
this team needs to stop fucking beating themselves, man. I'm not surprised the fact that the Eagles blew a 17-0 lead, but against Washington? Really? Washington? It's going to be a long season with all these damn injuries, man. Wentz did look like shit in the second half. There are times he's definitely overthrown, but then again, the guy has no one to protect him. You can definitely see the big difference. You can definitely see the big difference without, Brandon Brooks. And I'm not going to say so much of Andre Dillard, but I've always seen some of Washington's defense. I mean, and I even said that, with them having Ron Rivera as the head coach and Jack Del Rio as the defensive coordinator, they're going to definitely be a defensive team. They're definitely going to, they definitely going to be a defensive team. But this game is definitely on us, man. It's like ever since close to the end of the second half, when Carson Wentz threw that interception, that's when I thought right there, this team is getting a little too comfortable. They're getting a little too comfortable. It's kind of like it's kind of like Madden, when people just trying to extend the lead. Like, you don't do that in a football game. You don't underestimate. You don't do any of that. You gotta run the clock down. We're not even that good to be doing something like that. As for our defense, I feel like our defense did an amazing job. They did everything they could. But as far as our offense goes, we need to do something with this offensive line, man. We really need to do something with this offensive line. I ain't got much to say about our wide receivers. I felt like our wide receivers did good enough. Our wide receivers did good enough, no doubt about it, but this was definitely on our offensive line, though. Definitely on our offensive line. Carson Wentz definitely made some bad decisions. He's definitely got to learn to throw the ball away. You got to learn to throw the ball away, man. You got to learn to throw the ball away because how many times he's been sacked? Like, what, 7, 8 times or whatever? 7 or 8 times? Half of those times you really could have thrown the ball away. You got to do that, man. This was definitely a horrible game. I did say it's going to be a very long season, but things can definitely change up later on. Now, I know all these Johnny-come-lately ass fans are going to pop out of nowhere and talk shit all of a sudden when they've been ghosts for 6 years. No, not 6 years, my bad. 3 years or so. Well, let me change that. They was out for a minute when they were kind of leading the division. They were out for a minute. But when we exposed them and they just been trash since, they all went ghost. But watch, after this game, now they're going to really pop out. I just know it. But I'm not going to say so much as Washington was the better team. I really don't think that in the slightest. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Y'all want to be realistic? I am being realistic. Washington was not the better team. You can't call yourself a better team when this team is plagued out with injuries. You just can't. And I sure as hell didn't brag about it. As a matter of fact, even if the Eagles won, I wouldn't brag about it then. So, I mean, that's just that. I can't put it 100% on the injuries because we was up by 17 and then we just blew it away. I mean, if you ask me, it kind of feels like the Panthers all over again. I think it was last year when we blew. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. It feels like the Panthers all over again. Well, looks like I better get my drink ready, get the stream ready, because it's going to be a long one. And if you were expecting to crow, I told you those days are over. And besides, I didn't make a hate week, so why should I crow? If that's what you're expecting, you can piss off for all I care. Anyway, man, that's all I gotta say though. This game is this team got a lot of work to do. All right, back to this game.